Yeah. Praise Kuma. Praise Kuma. Okay.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another One Piece chapter review and discussion. Praise Sanji. Amen. Throwing kicks of liberation. That's right.
That was
Praise Sanji. Praise Sanji. Praise Sanji. I've always been a Sanji stan, bro. And what about Zoro? He's in the back. Still working on Lucci, yeah, he's a rat. Where's Sanji at? Kicking Saturn's ass. He's a goat and you know it's been that all. I lost it at the end. What's good? Sorry about that, dude. Sorry about that, dude.
You know, sometimes on this show, you run things by me, right? Like beforehand. You say like, oh, I'm thinking of doing this. I'm thinking about doing this like bit, or like we'll talk about it. And that was not in the schedule. That was not what we had talked about happening at all.
Oh,
so
shit.
I'm just flabbergasted because there's so many other things you could have. I mean, the song is about Kuma, and essentially
It's about Kuma.
Yeah, I think you've moved on because I wasn't here the last chapter, as you guys may or may not have known. And I just actually read it, and I read them back to back, which was nice. Which was so nice when you get to
just kind of
save
like,
them up, save them up, read
yeah.
them back to back.
Yeah.
A little double trouble, okay? But yeah, so I'm still fresh on that. I think you might have forgotten like who Kuma is, like why you wrote the song.
No. It was funny. It was funny to me, dude. I mean, it's a crazy chapter. Of course, we're talking about chapter 1107. I've been looking for you. And, I was just thinking of a way to spice things up. Typically on this channel, I do, lean more towards the side of Zoro. But, everybody else is having fun, being a Sanji stan. And I just wanted to taste it. I just wanted a little taste of it, And so I just kind of went to the other side to see what it was like.
Dip your toes in.
Yeah, just dip my toes in over there and see what the water felt like.
Mm-hmm.
It feels good.
There's a lot of discourse online right now, you guys, and I just want to say, everyone's kind of confused, right?
Right.
Everyone's confused. Everyone's saying, how could it be? How is it? How could it be? The biggest one is Oda, why?
Okay.
Oda, why?
Oda, why?
Oda, why are you doing this to Sanji? I mean, Zoro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing this? And I don't know if I'm the one who has to tell you. I don't know if you've never heard it before. I have to be the one to sit you down and tell you. That
Oh my god.
that that Oda likes Sanji more.
You know One Piece, right? It's the biggest Japanese manga on the planet.
That's my song.
And that's just facts. That's just facts. That's just factual. Who got more backstory?
I wish I had more Sanji sounds, dude.
It's not about the story. It's about agenda.
It's about Oda's agenda.
Oh, and this isn't new. This isn't new, you guys. This is not new. Okay? Sanji is the golden child. He just is. He's just that guy.
That's more?
And the minute you accept that and go, I understand, is the minute that you'll be set free. You'll be
The truth will
set
set
free
you
from
free.
the shackles.
The truth will set you free.
It really will. And you go, oh, why not Frank? You know, Frankie is, you know, he has lasers of his own that he specifically made, catered, and with Vegapunk's technology in mind. But no, because it's not Frankie. It's never gonna be Frankie. And the minute you put that in your head, the minute we could all, you know what? Let's sit back and see how this goes. You know,
Right.
Let's sit back and enjoy the rest of the ride.
I'm gonna be real with you though. For me, this chapter was fire. It was heat, and I think that the One Piece community is so funny, and being on Twitter and like seeing everybody posting
the shambles
posting.
of a single chapter, what a single chapter can do.
No, yeah,
to
but
a
I love that, dude. That's the best part about being a weekly reader, dude. Like I don't know, like the last time I've laughed so hard, dude. And I have so many posts that I have like bookmarked and like saved so that I can share them with everybody because yeah, man. I mean, it's just been funny to sit back and watch. But honestly, an incredible chapter. Like all jokes aside, fire chapter. And it's good to have Megan back. Obviously, we're gonna get through it today. I've been awake since what time did I get up today? I got up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, like 3:45 in the morning to take my mom back to the airport. She was here visiting for a week, so I haven't gone back to sleep. I'm on coffee and coffee. So
and the power of love.
And the power of love. We also did get a new sound that we're going to try to debut at a certain point through the chapter.
Sure.
I mean, we could just debut it right now.
Sure, let me just...
So everybody can hear it once clean.
Let me just pull this up here really quickly.
And then we're going to get into it.
This comes to us from Carlos. And feel free to... I think we could just put it in maybe like the community... Or no, we'll do like episode...
Yeah. I mean, you could put
suggestions or something in Discord or comment anything and maybe put a timestamp. Soundbite clips that we use on the soundboard. This comes from Carlos Fierros, and Carlos was also responsible for this one.
It's too big, too long.
One of our favorites.
Oh my gosh.
One of our favorites. One of my absolute favorites.
And this also comes from Carlos, and it's a friend of the show.
Gavin.
It's a beautiful, wonderful man.
How to Train Your Gavin, formerly known as How to Train Your Gavin. And this is the new sound that we've added to the soundboard.
I'm exploding. Oh.
Beautiful.
Honestly,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
So fitting. There's been so many times where I'm like, damn, I need an exploding soundbite.
And not just this one.
No, a different kind of exploding.
I'm exploding. Oh.
It's that at the end that
it's
gets
like
me.
Perfect.
Yeah, so shout out Carlos.
Shanks is a daddy.
Thank you.
Let's get to some super chats and then we'll unpack this chapter. We'll talk about it and then we'll go through it. But I do want to get to a couple of super chats that came in at the top of the show. So shout out Konstantinos Petrako. Saying,
oh, you have to say it.
Griffith! And that's because I'm sporting my Griffith shirt today. One of my
Josh
shirts.
loves to sport Griffith.
Well, it's just like the shirt is so fire. The shirt is so heat, dude. Relax. Hold on. I'm gonna switch the camera over. See the back.
Whoa.
I mean, I had to cop it. I forgot the name. Oh, Cruel Angel on Instagram, I believe. I got it at a convention. I got it at a con. It's like hand sewn and just handmade, screen printed. Super sick. One of my favorite shirts. I even don't wear it a lot because I'm afraid to mess it up. But
I'll go ahead and send the link in the chat as well.
Yeah, they make fire.
They have a really cool Skull Knight one too.
Oh yeah. Fire fits, fire shirts. And then Tiberius.
Shitty.
Let's go. Drake views from the 6, more like 8.5, huh? Damn. Where's my Drake sounds at?
I'm sorry.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna be
oh.
Yeah. Took you a minute, but you got it. I was gonna say I didn't know if that's what it meant, but then after you started laughing like
No. I would say no. That's a bit egregious. 8.5, no.
Interesting.
Because 6 is bigger than you think. Just in general. I'm saying in general. I'm saying in general.
I'm exploding.
I'm just saying in general. Okay? It's a very it's a what's the word? Because it's you know, it's not. You can take it off the main camera. It's gonna be one of those.
It's gonna be one of those, huh?
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm a fan.
Okay.
And before people, because I see Arthur in here, I saw a beautiful eye. I think. I don't want to accuse them, but before people say, "Oh, Josh is a huge Griffith fan," I'm a huge Berserk Kentaro Miura fan. Okay, I was looking at the wrong camera. My bad. But yes. Love you guys. It's good to be back.
Love you guys. It's great to be back.
It's good to be back.
I'm back in the chair.
Yeah.
I'm back in the chair.
All right, let's start going through this chapter. It was an incredible chapter. And I just want to go through some stuff in the very beginning. I mean, we got so much in this one chapter. I mean, the reveal at the very end with Caribou was absolutely insane. A lot of people, of course, comparing him to Bartolomeo. BB's got his Bart now. Of course, the Sanji stuff, which we're going to talk a lot about.
Does he, though?
Yes.
Or is he just capping? Is he just capping
bro.
to get out of here?
He ain't capping, bro. Let me tell you
why.
why.
He might be capping.
Let me tell you why.
He might be capping.
Because there are, or at least in my memory, there was one other. I'm not sure if there were more moments, but there was one moment where, remember, I forgot exactly when it was, but he was like, oh, you know, a certain someone would love, I can't wait to share this information. He said something along them lines. He said, oh, a certain someone would. Yeah, he was talking about Blackbeard the whole time. He's been simping over Blackbeard. We thought it was Rox, or I thought it was Zebek.
I think
but it was BB.
I just think he's trying to get on board to who he knows is one of the most powerful crews out on the seas.
Well, he almost says at the end, and we'll look at it again, but he almost made it seem like at the end, like he's aspiring to be like Blackbeard's his freaking hero, dude. That's the way he made it sound at the very end.
I mean, he's gonna say anything.
But again, if you look back at the evidence at the receipts, he's been saying
understand that. But I think he's trying to get out of this situation as soon as possible. Trying to get off this island in one piece, and he knows he can do that by teaming up with or telling them whatever they want to hear.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying I don't think he's telling them whatever they want to hear. I think he loves that man. I think he's in love with that man. And we learned, I mean, obviously we saw Van Augur and Katarina there on Egghead touching Saturn. Very crazy stuff. Maybe some implications, some things that could mean. Did she touch anybody else while she was there? And I know that sounds a little crazy, but
I literally
you know what I mean?
said good for her.
Yeah, Megan was reading
Out
it and out loud she said, good for her.
Honestly,
So she's team freaking Blackbeard over here.
I'm more team Blackbeard than I am fucking Saturn, than I am the fucking world government. Yeah.
I mean, of course. I mean, if I had to choose between Blackbeard and Saturn, or Blackbeard and the Gorosei or Eam, whatever, I'd choose Blackbeard.
That's what 100%. I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I said good for her. She's fucking killing it. She's fucking holding it down.
Oh, boy. All right. There was one other thing, but we're going to just get through the chapter right now.
You didn't
sorry. I didn't switch. My bad. Sorry about that. Let's just get to the remainder of the super chats. Thank you so much, by the way.
Thank you, guys.
And then we'll jump right in.
Do you ever get like sorry, I don't want to interrupt. Like I'm drinking Sprite right now. Does it ever give you that like you could like fucking choking on like my like spit?
Oh yeah, because it's like very
it thickens it.
Yeah. Because it's very syrupy. It's very like sweet, so it's
kind of insane.
Saliva, yeah,
I'm like, oh, this is refreshing, and then immediately I'm kind of like, I can't.
That's the thing
breathe.
about Sprite.
I can't breathe.
It tastes refreshing, but it ain't refreshing.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you hear like really gross noises, just know that I'm struggling over here.
Right. I'm gonna switch over here. Well, actually, I can't.
Josh is already fed up with me.
That's not true. It's good to be back. It's great to be back.
Fucking 15 minutes of the show.
All right, so let's catch up on these new subspace. Shout out new subspace. Let's go. Insane chapter. Also, I've been in the stew. Oh my god.
I'm exploding.
I have 2 demos cooked up whenever you're ready to hear them. Oh, DM them, send them on Discord, send them on Instagram, wherever, Twitter, wherever, DM them, and I'll preview them here. I'll preview them on the live, or I can preview them in private. It's up to you, at your discretion. But I would love to hear anything you've been cooking up. Shout out, Yusuf, member for 12 months. That's a year.
That's
What can I say? He's an awesome guy.
Shout out Yusef, 1 year. Do you guys think that Katarina can copy the powers of people she copies? It wouldn't be completely out of the realm of possibility. Not to me, at least, right? Because what sets her devil fruit apart from Bon Clay? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, it's the nine-tailed fox, right? I think that there has to be something pretty freaking crazy about her devil fruit outside of just being able to transform into people. And so,
but what are Bon Clay's like stipulations?
I think he had to touch it, or he had to see them, or he had to touch them.
I think he'll see them.
He had to just see them.
I think.
But touching is harder to do.
Because maybe she can like save them and use them at any time. Can Bon Clay do that?
Yeah, as long as because remember,
as long as he can see them?
as long as he's done it like once, and as long as he's seen him, he has like a freaking Rolodex of
maybe
maybe
she could save like 9.
Because remember, he was going through them, and they're like
9 people's abilities.
That's actually not crazy. She can store up to 9 abilities. Nine-tailed fox. Freaking cracked it, dude. What the hell?
Believe it. Date bio.
Shout out Yusuf. Shout out D. LaJoy Boy. I think the BB Pirates' goal was to steal the Seraphim and get a way to control them. The Seraphim are still in bubbles with Devon copying Saturn. They have the means to control them. That's a very likely possibility. But it seems like, and you don't know, right? We don't know what they went to go do after, but it seemed like she was just there to do that because she just kind of went. She didn't say like, okay, now let's go. No, she said, let's get out of here.
No, that was what I needed to do.
Our whole mission is complete.
And she was like, oh hell yeah. She even said it like, oh yeah, you don't see, them getting down and dirty like this.
Right.
What a treat.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are like, this is lit. But this doesn't happen often. They do not come down from their ivory tower.
How did they know he was going to be there too? That's another thing. Like Blackbeard saw that coming. You know what I mean? Because I don't think the papers said anything about.
Well, what about Caribou?
What about him?
Is that how you pronounce
Caribou?
it?
Yeah.
Caribou.
Yeah.
Hasn't he been sent info or something?
I don't think he had a way to do it, since he's been
been doing it. It's like text
the whole time.
It's like text messages. Blackbeard's leaving him on red.
Blackbeard's been leaving him on red.
Yeah, and then he sees like, oh shit, what, Saturn's gonna be there? Okay, send him out. Right. Let's go.
Right.
And then he's like, finally, he read my message.
He just hearted it. Blackbeard just hearted it.
Yeah. That was the one that he hearted. Everyone else has seen.
Shout out D. LaJoy Boy. That's pretty good theory, dude. I'm not saying that. I think that that's very likely. And even if they don't do it now, they could do it down the road. And I think that's what you're saying too. They could have that in their back pocket for later. Mr. Fan 09.
Good smell.
18 months.
Let's go.
And I agree with Megan on Caribou. I don't think Blackbeard is the one. He just wants off Egghead. I think it's really Buggy he wants to impress. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna let you cook. But I felt like when we saw, Zebek's silhouette, and we've talked about, oh shit, I don't think that could be a possibility.
You scared me.
But what if there's some kind of relation and they don't even know it between Buggy and Caribou? What if they're both the sons of Zebek? I'm just saying that like Zebek's profile, like his silhouette, it kind of resembled Caribou. That doesn't say much. That doesn't really say much, but it almost seems, because then there's the theory that, Zebek could have been like a Buggy type figure where he he just kept getting lucky, or he surrounded himself by like really powerful people, and he is like the Buggy of that era, right? Of like Roger's era or whatever. But then because of some info that we got in this chapter, it could have been hinted at that freaking Blackbeard is actually Zebek's son, because they talk about his lineage.
But I think that has to do with the D.
But here's the thing about the D. Everybody knows Blackbeard is Marshall D. Teach. Everybody. I mean, I think it's even on his bounty poster that it's Marshall D. Teach. So that's not really like a secret. And
no, but I think it's the people of the D. They did eradicate them.
But,
I don't
Monkey
know.
D. Luffy, all these Ds,
they do know.
Trafalgar D.
No, they know, but I just think he was like repeating it. I mean, it could be because, this man doesn't sleep. There's a bunch of mystery behind him. It could be the people that don't sleep. He was born in Vegas.
Oh, shit. He would be,
the city
honestly.
that never sleeps.
Isn't that Seattle or something like that? Look up, what is the city that never sleeps? Blackbeard's from there. It's good to be back. Terrence Matthews looks like, let's give Terrence a sound right here. Let's give Terrence
That's a more?
looks like the someone he was talking about was Blackbeard. So Blackbeard is about to get his hands on 2 ancient weapons. See, that's what I'm talking about. He has all that info. Blackbeard now has access to all that info, and I did bookmark or open up in a new tab so I didn't forget it. A theory from someone on Twitter, and I'll give them credit when I pull it up. But yeah, I mean, they basically said that it could be that if Luffy was touched too, maybe whoever gave Luffy the food transported, warped him, you know what I mean, him to that food machine where we saw him all, big. Maybe he got touched by Katarina too, and he's going to go to Fishman, or she's going to go to Fishman Island as him and destroy it. And that's the prophecy. You disagree?
To get Shirahoshi?
Right, because remember, Caribou knows about that. Caribou was there. Or eavesdropping. Chishimoso. So, I mean, this is like really, really, really
And she would trust
big.
him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, imagine being able to wear Luffy's face. Like, how crazy that would be. If anybody, I mean, you don't even have to.
Because Fishman Island is his territory as well.
But all the people he's befriended, can you imagine? And that's not even if she could use his ability. If she could just like look like him, that's enough.
Yeah, I do like that theory. We've talked about it before, and I think that like it's not as on the nose as it might seem. Like, of course, I always forget her name. The fortune teller saw that. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was just like breaking or like destroying Fishman Island as it is now and raising it to the surface so that they'll be able to like live on land. And
that's a possibility too.
But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I do think it could be, one of those.
That's what I mean. Yeah, just like
prophecies.
Not like destroying it like literally, but destroying like
he does destroy
all
it,
of the
but
things in place
for a noble reason.
Yeah.
And she just kind of saw or interpreted it, a certain way. Hot fart. Let's go. Ow! Another day, another chapter where Kizaru isn't switching sides. Sorry, Josh.
Bro, lost for real.
I hope everyone has a great weekend. I hope you have a great weekend.
I hope you have a great weekend too.
And I just want to say this. He didn't switch sides. I still think, despite just talking about that Caribou or Van Auger theory, I still think it could have been Kizaru that gave him the food. And that's not a blatant switching of sides, but it's a more subtle gesture. And you saw
even the playing field.
Yeah, exactly. And you saw when he was closing his eyes, he was like that. He was like, he couldn't even look at Vegapunk when he was about to take him out. And so he's not switching sides, but he's conflicted. And it's not over yet. It feels like it's about to be though. I mean, like in the next couple of chapters, even though, it could be a lot more chapters. And Beans, let's go.
Shitty.
Shout out Beans, D, Zaru. I just want to say all the recent Van Auger hype makes me sick.
Oh.
I know Usopp can cook this man. He's got brains, heart, and observation hockey. Sniper King for life. Oh my God. I wish I could take my freaking, where's my Soge King mask? I wish I could wear that right now. But I have seen a lot of that too. I've seen a lot of people, it seems like even really simping over Van Auger. It just took one moment. It just took him. I don't know if it was him or Katarina, but they were like, what do you want? And they said the world. And ever since then, I've been seeing thirst traps. I've been seeing, people have been changing their
traps.
People have been changing their profile picture to Van Auger. Maybe not thirst traps, but I've just been seeing them people post a lot about him. Like, oh, he's my guy. I always coming out the woodwork too.
Interesting. I know. I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't seen any of that.
So we'll see. Usopp had a moment in this chapter. He needs to train. I think he needs to train a little bit more. He needs to train on Elbaf before he could go toe to toe. I'm gonna say that. I'm no power scaler, but I think, and if anything, this chapter showed us that anything is possible. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's start going through it. Thank you guys again so much for all the super chats. It is very appreciated. Let me cue all this up. I think I got it locked and loaded, ready to go. And let's just start going through this thing. So, first of all, very cute cover page.
Mm-hmm.
Cute and also maybe like a little. Is it sinister? Because I have another window here, where I've zoomed in a little bit just for me and Megan.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it right here, it says. Beppo feels awkward after seeing Law napping with a snow leopard. And I don't know what he's pouring down. It looks maybe like a tea kettle, but he's pouring something in this snow leopard's.
It's hot vodka.
Oh, it's hot vodka. Because I see the vodka bottle there.
Yeah. Law's toasted.
Oh, Law's, yeah, fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just there. He's just there like a maitre d' or what? He's just there like a little waiter.
Yeah,
or something?
he's kind of like they're Yeah. Because they're both like under the influence.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So maybe he's feeding them water because they just like got way too.
It's cute. It's a little sad.
Well, I thought you meant it symbolized like them being at like the bottom of the ocean.
Okay, dude.
Like cold.
Okay.
Asleep. Death comes for everyone.
Death comes
that type
for
of
us all.
thing. Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is them chilling in the afterlife right now.
I mean, I thought you were gonna go there, but you just took it as like, I don't know, Beppo being a waiter, which is kind of disrespectful.
Okay, I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
It's okay.
All right, the chapter opens with Dory and Brogy. I never know whether to say I always say Brogy, but I've heard a lot of people say Brogy, but I'm gonna just keep saying Dory and Brogy because it just rolls off the tongue a little bit better. But Dory and Brogy, I mean, we knew that they were here. Which, by the way, Megan, you weren't here.
I was
during
not.
the last chapter. So, like, when you saw that panel at the very end, like, what were you feeling? Like, what was going through your mind?
Again, like I feel like making theories about who is gonna come. It's like never what you expect when it comes to One Piece. I think so. Them coming, I was like, oh, so like the farthest people from my mind. Yeah, that makes more sense than everyone else we were thinking.
But would you give me a little bit of credit? Because I did double down and say that it was going to be, the Elbaf was really close. And I said it could be Shanks and maybe he was going to bring some people with him. Like, you give me a little bit of credit for that?
I literally forgot your theory at all.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Did you write that last week?
I didn't write it in the book, I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't remember. We'll check.
Okay.
But
that's crazy to be like, give me credit, and then it's not written in the book.
I mean, but it's recorded. And there's a video. I could timestamp it for you.
Sure.
Just not right now. But it's not just Dory and Brogy. It's also Oimo and Kashi.
Wimple down bad crew.
I mean, it's just. I mean, these were obviously my heart breaks for these giants. It was. They were guarding the gates of Eni's lobby.
And he's lobbying.
Yeah.
That's
and
what it
my
was.
heart, breaks for them. So anytime they get a little revenge on the world government, it makes me happy.
Good.
But the Giants are rolling up and they're rolling deep, bro.
Rolling up, rolling deep.
And they're just kind of like going through.
They're kind of
ships.
like rampaging. Yeah. Like straight up. Like
they are on a fucking mission.
Yep.
And I've seen people, and I have this panel pulled up because I've seen people point to, actually it'll be better here. Point to this specific panel here. I think you can see it, where we have this giant who is smashing a ship, but you can see a tattoo on his right arm. And it is a tattoo that it looks, it can't be mistaken for anything else. It's the sun. So it's just interesting that it is a part of their culture.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants are followers and have been followers. Their god is the sun god.
Oh,
but I just think it's cool. I just think it's cool to see that represented in some other ways, But then we see Usopp looking through
Usopp like hell yeah,
little telescope, and
Let's
he says,
go.
"My masters." Now I thought he was freaking out right here because he was like, "Oh,"
he was scared.
God. No, I thought he was freaking out because he's like, "Oh my God!" Like, they're gonna be mad at me because I haven't done anything for the last 3 arcs. I thought that.
Oh my God.
I thought that he was like, "Oh my God, they're gonna be so mad when they find out, what I've been up to. They're gonna be so disappointed in me." And I'm sorry, Beans.
Ow! That fucking hurt.
No, it did hurt. It hurt even saying it as a joke. It hurt. But I honestly was so glad that Usopp got this moment. Him seeing Dorian Bragi was something that I had to see. And his reaction to it, like literally, like tears of snot coming out.
He thought he wasn't gonna be able to see them on Elbaf, because they were doing their own shit. So it was cool. He's like, "Damn, this is awesome! Like everyone's in one place now.
Yeah,
and we're all gonna get to go together." Well, let's not speak too soon.
Yeah, but this does give me hope, and I know we talk about it all the time. I know everybody talks about it all the time. I've been, recently, because of how certain arcs have unfolded, they've always been great. And that's the thing about One Piece, like you were saying, with Dorian Bragi even being the one showing up. Like, you can guess and assume that all these things are going to happen, but it always surprises you. So with the way that certain arcs had unfolded, I was like, man, Usopp might not get that much shine, that much attention on Elbaf. But something about just this panel gives me a little faith. I don't know why this one panel, like him having that reaction, like showing how much this moment, him seeing them again for the not first time, but for the first time in a long time, how much that means to him, how much that moves him. It makes me think it's like Oda saying and I didn't forget, not that he does, but we're coming back to this. This is gonna be important. Then we get a little. Let me switch off before we get in trouble. But then we get a little flashback of the events of Little Garden, which is, it's kind of crazy to think that. This is just a refresher for people who aren't like us and are super into every detail and talk about it all the time. These are for, I guess, more casual readers. It just amazes me that I guess a younger audience in Japan, like this, they might have hopped on in the middle of an arc and just kept reading. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that was cool to see. Then we see Lilith and Brook coming because Usopp, to Usopp's credit, and I do got to give the man some credit here. He says they're not here just to wage war. They're here to help us out. We got to get our shit together. We gotta fucking go. We gotta go. So they kind of check in with Brook and Lilith, and this shit made me laugh so hard. That's the thing about Brook too. Brook can just be in one or two panels and steal the show. He made me laugh so much right here when he's just being super chill, saying we're super close, but we're not going to have time to stop for tea, and he's just drinking tea. Him and Lilith are like a very great duo. I love them together.
Flying.
Jinbei is soaring.
Jinbei is soaring.
Jinbei is soaring.
I can hear his ass.
Well, I can see it in the anime already.
A big old gust of wind.
Fucking Jinbei, the fucking jungle is everything is, the trees bending. The terrain is moving underneath him. And he's of course still on his way to check on Zoro. This is another reason why Sanji stands are eating, because we cut to Zoro and he's still got his hands full with Lucci.
Okay.
Megan? Got something to say?
I mean, it's it's fun to see a back and forth.
No,
and I'm not trying to cope. I promise I'm not trying to cope, because I love Zoro, but I'm not the biggest Zoro diehard fan. But I mean, what's the fun in having fights if everyone just gets freaking KO'd all the time and there's no back and forth? Like, it's fun to see them, jabbing each other and saying, battle witty back and forth comments. Like, it's cool. It's fun. And
I agree, by the way. I do agree.
Yeah. I just think it's I don't know. I mean, the Sanji, we'll get into the Sanji stuff, but I don't think it's an automatic L for Zoro.
No. And I think that's the difference, right? I think that, like, the people in our community, people watching, people here, people who tune in to, these every time there's a new chapter, I think we all get it. Like, everybody here, we get it, right? Like, the agenda, the stuff on Twitter, it's just funny. It's just funny, and I like participating in it because it's fun. But yeah, it is cool to see this, like, they're back and forth. A lot of it, most of it was like off screen, so we assumed, or off page, so we assumed that he was just like mopping the floor with Lucci.
Yeah,
and it seems like, honestly, he probably could. I mean, Zoro pretty much says, like, but Lucci is cocky right here, bro. He is so cocky right here.
Yeah.
But Zoro kind of says, like, yeah, man, I've just been, like, kind of like getting my reps in. I'm just kind of working out right now. You're the gym. I'll call you Planet Lucci, because you're just like Planet Fitness right now.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying.
Yeah. But again, it's like, I don't know. I understand that they're all at different levels and stuff, but
yeah,
I don't know. It is just interesting. And I mean, if the only answer is, then yes.
Yeah.
Oda is telling the audience in this moment right now that Sanji's above Zoro.
No, again, because, when I was on the stream with Cole, when we were doing the power scaling thing, top 50 characters, I really connected with what Randy said. I really liked what Randy said, that, like, and it took him saying that for me to really, because before, honestly, genuinely, like, all jokes aside, I would have, and I did on my list, put Zoro one level above Sanji. But Randy kind of went off on this whole thing about how, like, they are the wings of the Pirate King, you know what I mean? Like, they are equal. They are Dory and Brogy. They are, on the same level, and you can't put one above the other. And I
or you can't compare.
Right. Because I honestly feel like, because I can't remember if it was Randy or Cole saying this, or somebody was saying this in that stream too, that Zoro just always has, like, the tougher opponent. He always has the tougher opponent. Sanji has, like, the next one down. And, someone...
I mean, but in this instance, that's not...
I mean, in this instance, it's not true.
It's not true at all.
It's not true. But
not
I mean,
true at all.
Before, like, King and Queen, you know what I mean? Like,
and Sanji's real cocky, too. He's standing right before Kizaru and, like, lighting a cigarette. Like, bro.
That's how you know he means business. That's how you know he means business.
I don't know.
Okay. Let's just hop into some super chats. This is like the midway point. We're gonna come into the rest of it after we get to it. But I don't want too much time to pass. Where we left off was Bert.
Thank you so much.
Katarina implications. She could turn into Saturn and use pudding to read Saturn's memories for whatever reason. Blackbeard might have also BB lineage. Foxy's brother. I've been seeing Foxy's brother too. And I bet
Foxy's
you
a
love that.
sleeper.
I'll bet you love that.
I do love Foxy. I do. I'm a Foxy lover.
Yeah.
That's what my license plate says.
Yeah, you should get a custom plate, a vanity plate.
I do
Foxy
like
lover.
that. I do like that. Because yeah, I didn't even fucking put that together because we talked about it and it's like, okay, well, Blackbeard definitely kidnapped Pudding because she does have the capabilities. I don't think she's unlocked them yet, but with her third eye, there's something there. She could awaken that ability at any given time. Just she hasn't yet. So maybe he was just keeping her for that until she awakened her powers. But yeah, no shit. She could definitely use that and read Saturn's memories and show them to everyone, and then they could find out the Void Century. I mean,
Yeah,
that is insane.
That would put him crazy ahead.
Or
they're already...
if Pudding, somehow manages to escape and maybe team up with the Straw Hats because of Sanji again.
Well, but that's the thing too. If you really think about it, I don't know. I don't know why they would necessarily need to do this, but would they show that to the audience? Would it be a thing where they know now and then they move forward to I don't know, move in a direction where they start to cross things off a list to get to what they need? I don't think it would be Oda being oh, Pudding's gonna read Saturn's memories and he's gonna show us all of it, because that would just be oh, I guess we're seeing it now. I don't know, but and like I said, I don't think this would necessarily happen, but it would be interesting if at some point, because we can assume that Katarina has definitely had her hands on Pudding, so it could be a situation, because when you said Pudding could escape, it made me think oh, that would be crazy if Katarina impersonated Pudding and as a way to get to Sanji.
Sanji doesn't remember her.
Well, no, he just doesn't remember the kiss, right?
Yeah, but I think she erased the feet, I don't know, all of it. I don't think it was just a kiss. Maybe I'm wrong. It's been a minute since we've read that.
All right. Well, let's keep it going. Shout out Berto Burt again, and shout out New Subspace.
Good smell.
I'll send you the demos on Insta and Twitter DMs, and you can listen to them off stream, and we can talk after. Bye, guys. Enjoy the rest of the stream.
Oh, thank you.
That's the deal. That's the date. Shout out New Subspace. Thank you. I'll check them out and get back to you. Arthur, let's go.
Shitty.
Most fights in One Piece. 18 months, by the way. That's amazing. Shout out. Most fights in One Piece depend on exterior factors, not just pure strength. Yeah, absolutely. It's exterior factors. And honestly, I think that, One Piece is kind of, not that I'm a power scaler, because I'm not. And we all learned that. But I think it's a harder series to power scale because of moments like this.
Yeah.
But shout out Arthur. And shout out Gregory Bon.
It's your kitchen.
Member for 10 months. Shout out. I love that the community kept theorizing Devon playing some sort of huge impact on Egghead for months, but she just said hi and then dipped. Bro.
This is a huge impact.
Right,
this is absolutely no, but I understand.
Yeah, right.
I get it, but what she did, the implications of that alone
100%
are absolutely insane. But yeah, pretty crazy.
It is funny because everybody was like, oh, she's Bonnie, and I think I even put that in the Book of Elves.
You did,
which now we know for certain that's an L.
Yeah,
bro, lost for real.
But yeah, and before that, people have theorized oh, she's impersonating this person and that person, and she just strolled up, went pop, and then just walked away. Shout out Gregory Pun. And shout out Grant.
Oh,
lost for real.
My brother. Shout out Grant. Yo, the fits go crazy. All love.
Thank
you, Grant. And Grant goes crazy. How about that? I love Grant. Shout out Grant. Got to talk to Grant recently on the last Community Live.
Oh yeah.
Check that out if you haven't. He's a character. He's an amazing human being. A beautiful soul. then we have Mango Man saying, so is Vegapunk still dead? It does seem that way. It doesn't seem like he's all the way dead yet, but he is in the process of dying. So unless something happens soon, it seems like he is dead. Yeah, let's get back to the chapter. Let's finish this out. We still got a lot of ground to cover. Here's Lucci talking smack. And he was going hard, bro. I mean, he was basically saying, like, what's the waiting for a corpse is pointless. Fools never make it. They can't cut the arm off to save the body. Like, he's going off, dude. I was like, oh my God, Lucci. Like, no one talks that much shit unless they can't back it up, you know?
Exactly. Oh.
Then they're asking for a damage report on the Marine ships, and we see this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 neck over here.
Chintastic.
Vice Admiral Red King, who's saying it's a pitiful sight. And this guy looks so wild to me, bro.
And who's the Red King?
The chin guy. That's him.
That's him?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's just really? Sorry, I don't.
You don't see him. He's not giving you Red King vibes.
Are you sure?
Well, they say, look at. He pull back all small vessels.
I thought he was talking to someone.
We can't afford to leave an opening. And then they say, yes, sir, Vice Admiral. He's a Vice Admiral.
Red King.
Vice Admiral Red King.
Okay, so he's an admiral.
He's a Vice Admiral.
Okay. So this is new?
Well, we've seen him before, but I don't know.
I don't think he was a Vice Admiral then. Was he?
You don't remember when they showed all the new Vice Admirals? Or not new, but, I don't think we had seen them
I guess,
before.
yeah. And he's there.
He's there. I mean, I just thought you were saying he's not giving you Red King vibes.
No.
Maybe that's why you're getting confused.
Yeah.
He looks like a freaking brontosaurus,
Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
That's what Winston said.
That's good.
Or Red King. See, they're two. I'm confused. But anyway, let's keep it going. Kumas are getting shot.
Yes. And then this was absolutely beautiful. Joy Boy, Nika, Luffy in his iconic pose, jumping through the sky.
I imagine him saying, like, hey, Bonnie, like, hey, Nana.
That's so crazy. Hey, Bonnie.
Hey, Nana.
It's so weird when you say it like that. Hey, Bonnie.
It's just funny.
I love the way that Oda drew Gear 5 here. I mean, everybody, because, they're in the middle of a battle. Like, everybody's, scratched up.
Yeah.
And all these marks on them. But he just looks so clean. Like, there's not, I don't know. There's something.
There's some scratches on him. There's some dirtiness to him.
He's got a little dirty. He's got a little dirt on him. But yeah, he just looks so cool to me. So full of joy. And it just seems different. Something about him in these panels, just like he feels like he's separate from everybody else. I mean, in a really cool way.
Mm-hmm. As he should.
But he's asking Bonnie about the waterworks, and she says, "Why wouldn't I be crying, you idiot? I've been looking for you for so long." And this is, of course, the title of the chapter. But what a crazy moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about it last week because you actually kind of called. I went back and looked at it in the Book of Elves, but you kind of called what happened. You called it. Kuma and Bonnie seeing Gear 5 Luffy like kind of at the same time right before Kuma died, you said, though.
Yeah, that was the stipulation.
Kuma's in bad shape though, so I don't know. You could that still could be a W. But this was just a really sweet moment.
Yeah, I could hear it in the anime. She's like, I thought you were Nika. Luffy's like, Nika.
Yeah. You did that while you were reading it too, and it was so perfect.
Because it's like I hear it.
Yeah, and he's just kind of, doing what he does and giving her shit for that punch that she threw.
Yeah.
She's like,
why don't you punch a little harder?
Yeah, and she's like, well, why don't you show me how it's done, and then we can get the fuck out of here. How about that?
For sure.
He's like, all right.
Say less.
Yeah.
Say less.
I want to show this panel because it's so crazy, and then I'm going to have to take it easy on the panels. But yeah, we see the booming Dawn Gatling I mean, Saturn getting fucking rocked, dude.
None of you filthy cockroaches can live up. Like, couldn't even finish his fucking thought.
I mean, he loves
calling people cockroaches, bugs. I couldn't think of another word. Those insects.
Oh, that was crazy.
I couldn't think of one.
And then we see Bonnie, tears in her eyes. Kuma on the verge of death, and Vegapunk fucking dead. His tongue is always hanging out, but
I should not laugh. It's very serious, but he looks so distressed. He's like,
but I think, I know he does. I mean, he does. He's in a very, these are dire. Man. This is a dire time for him. But it's something about it is kind of beautiful, right? Like, I know it might be cheesy, but whatever.
But you hear the I don't know what that translation is. I think it's like the drum, like the
probably,
dum,
yeah.
Dum, dum.
But because you're seeing like Bonnie, Kuma, and Vegapunk, right? And Bonnie is crying. Kuma looks like he's fucking dead, and Vegapunk looks like he's fucking dead.
Kuma looks like he is just completely and utterly exhausted. I don't think he looks dead. He just looks like, I literally did everything that I needed to do.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I imagine him
he kind of
on his knees, just looking up,
truly, he does look like he's at kind of peace in this moment.
Yeah.
I kind of want to. I can't keep showing these panels because we're gonna get in trouble. But it's the panel right after the booming dawn. Like, the way Kuma is looking up, he does look like he's at peace. And I don't know, it's just what Luffy represents and what he does and what he brings to the world. Like, even when the situation is this dire, and as dire as it is for all these people, he's that ray of sun, that ray of sunshine. Mm-hmm. But and he sends Saturn flying, dude, flying. And then we see everybody get scooped up by Frankie and Atlas. Vegapunk saying, "Leave me here. He's been a doctor for long enough. I know that if I move now, I'll die." And this is the panel where Kizaru is trying to deliver a finishing blow on them.
You see his eyebrows.
Yeah, where he says, "You'll be dead either way. This is it."
Raised. They're
He says something very quote unquote threatening, menacing, but his eyes are closed, dude. He can't even fucking look at them while he does it. And it's sad, dude. This is a kind of I talk a lot of shit about Akainu too. This is a kind of character that I love. Like, he's still on the quote unquote the other side, right? The bad team. But it's like he's so conflicted. He's got so much pain.
It's like Aokiji.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the difference between, obviously it's a different situation entirely. But Kizaru's about to fucking kill a child.
Right. Well, yeah.
And Aokiji is escape.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. That's actually okay. You got me there.
Yeah, he didn't even try to freeze her. He was just like, "There's a boat I won't see.
Right.
Go on your way." No, he was like, "Okay."
And even though just I'll close my eyes.
Yeah.
It'll make you better.
And here it goes. This is the panel that shook everyone to their core.
Shook the world.
I don't know why.
You don't know why it shook the world?
Or why people are super shocked? I mean, it's shocking. It definitely is shocking. Obviously, there's things involved that make sense. And people are, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. It is just oh, this is happening now. Oh, this happened. Because of the things like the eyebrow being switched and because of, his Lunarian blood and all that
everybody
stuff.
else's reaction to it.
Because he hopped in and did that shit. He hopped in and did that shit. He did it. But the thing that it's I don't know. I feel like anything relating to Sanji, I'm oh yeah, this is a main character of the story,
Right. It's just the Sanji and Zoro stuff. But this is from Jason Klum at Pokemon, what's that? Pokemon Zong, Pokemon Z0 and 6 on Twitter. And they posted this. And it's because we've also never seen Kizaru react this way, bro. Like, look at that face. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, his reaction. Oh, you can't see. Our screen's in the way. I'll make it smaller again. But, like, it's not just that it's the Sanji stands, whatever. It's also that, like,
I think that he was, like everyone did to Luffy.
Right.
Everyone is underestimating everyone else on the Straw Hats.
Right.
And
right.
that's how they're able to get a 1-up. That's how Luffy was able to get a 1-up on a lot of his enemies. Because they just literally did not take him fucking seriously.
I mean, he even acknowledged that they had gotten stronger, but I guess, like, he didn't expect them to be this strong. He didn't expect this. And again, he is freaking zonked, dude. He is gagunked. If I've ever seen gagunked, it's this face. It's the Gear 5 eyes popping out, and it's this face, dude. It's absolutely insane. And it's because it shouldn't be possible. I mean, it is possible. Well, if
there's reasons to it being possible.
It's possible because of Sanji's Germa altered, DNA.
Yeah.
That's why it's possible.
Yeah.
It's not because of hockey. It's not because of anything else. It's because every time that eyebrow switches, he's like tapping into that or whatever. So it's possible. But I mean, yeah, I think that to most people, this isn't possible. So that's why they're like, this is fucking crazy. I mean, I've seen people say that it also could be the boot, even though was never stated that.
I mean, he's a man going up against a double fur user.
Right.
Right. I guess that makes sense. I guess, yeah.
But it's a really crazy moment for Sanji. I mean, we do know that Oda loves Sanji, and
yeah.
but it's also a really awesome moment. Like, it's a really cool moment. I do enjoy the panel coming up of like Sanji smoking a cigarette and Gear 5 Luffy just like floating there next to him. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And Kizaru's line too, because even Frankie's like, what the hell? Like, that was a laser. And he's like, light doesn't hold a candle to love. And then he says, if that's true, they'll have to scrap the physics books and start from scratch. That's so funny. But that's why, I say it's so hard, I think, for people to like, when people power scale this series, like, shit like this could happen. You know what I mean? Throw your whole list in the trash. But this is the panel I was talking about right here, where
dude, Vegapunk's on the fucking ground. He is on the ground.
Yeah, dude, he's passed the fuck out. It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
It is not looking good for him.
And like you said too, I mean, Sanji's getting real cocky too. He's saying they're gonna expect your heads after this, and he said, "Well, you better start drafting an apology letter for them." I mean, this is some badass fucking shit right here, dude.
In his boots.
I've seen. I'll pull up the memes after. They're just so funny. And here and now, we see Katarina Devon, and she does something to me. Something. I don't know. She looks like a witch. I know that, but I mean, I just get like a ooh. Like, it's almost like
shit.
I don't know. She does something to me. I don't know what it is, bro.
She has a commanding presence.
She does. It's almost like a Cruella de Vil. You know what I mean?
I could see that.
Okay.
What?
All right. But yeah, her and Van Augur show up. She taps Saturn on one of his spider legs. And this is where they talk about his Blackbeard and his lineage. So Saturn says, Katarina Devon, I'm surprised a level 6 escapee like you would choose the life of a subordinate. She said, teach is special. And then Saturn says, as is his lineage. I cannot imagine it being anybody other than Zebek. But I'm the king of elves. So, take that with a grain of salt. She says, so you know about that? And then Saturn says, bro, he's never showed his age until right now. Your crew's always getting up to something. Freaking geezer right here. What do you hope to get out of these stunts? And then they say, let me just cue this up so we can all see it together. We can all experience this together. I don't want to show too much. And then they say, the world.
Yeah. And then there's like really fine print. If you like zoom in,
okay.
It just says like government.
Oh, the world government. It's actually that period is not a period. It's the word government. Just
the word government just kind of like mashed in the settings.
Like if you zoom in, you can see it in there.
He goes, oh, so that's it.
But I love this panel, man. I mean, they are, Blackbeard and his crew are
I'll be right back.
And it's an absolutely crazy panel. Something about it is just, it put the fear of God in me. Seeing them like that. Like Van Augur is in the presence of a Gorosei. And the way because they look so chill. They're just sitting there. And he says, like, the world, calmly, not even looking at this man in the eye. Didn't even look at Saturn in the eye when he said it. Didn't even give him that. And I love that. It's just so fucking, and then he gives him that little side eye. And honestly, the thirst traps, I get it. Let me cut back here. We're missing Megan, but I just got to show you that little side eye. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, man. Absolutely insane. He gets them out of there right as Saturn tries to stab them with one of his little spider legs. And they escape. There's an interesting line here, too, where he says, like, or Katarina says, we're still on the island. Couldn't you have warped us any farther? And he said, I haven't mastered it yet. Meaning that, he, much like we were saying at the beginning of the chapter, Usopp needs to get stronger to be able, because everybody is assuming that, this will be his opponent in the end game. That he's got a lot, like he's already doing the things he's doing, calm, cool, collected in the presence of a Gorosei, but he still hasn't even mastered this fruit yet. So, like, how much crazier is he going to be? What else is he going to be able to do? And then we see fucking Caribou's ass. Going full fucking Barto, bro. Going full Bartolomeo. And I'm here for it, honestly. Good for him, dude. Yeah. You said good for Katarina. Good for him. Fucking weaselly ass.
Getting out. He's making it out.
Look at this man. This man looks wet. He
is wet.
Because the swamp. Yeah, but he's swampy. He's swampy.
He has swamp ass for sure. His whole like being is swamp ass.
Right. A lot of people think he ate the swamp fruit. It is the swamp ass.
Yeah.
Fruit. It was a mistranslation. It's just a rat, a weasel. But honestly, can I be honest? That's why I said good for him, because like, good, fucking leave, fucking go. I forget that you're here all the time. I forget that you exist. So just go. You've been hanging around the Straw Hats for far too long. And sure, you have some valuable information that I don't want Blackbeard getting his hands on either. But better now than later when you've gathered even more information. You got to go. Rent's past due. You're evicted. Get the fuck out. Take him. But see, this is what I was saying. He said, I'm a pirate like you. My name's Caribou. I've been looking for you guys for like, he's such a fanboy, for like ever. And then he said, sorry, I meant to say forever. I set sail because I wanted to be a great man just like him.
Yeah, he's capping.
He's my idol, my hero. I've always
everything.
Dreamed of being a lackey on Commodore Teach's crew. It's all I've ever wished for.
It's all I've ever wanted. Was to be on Blackbeard's crew.
That's
that song?
I don't, but I like the rendition.
You've never heard that song before?
Sing it how it really goes.
It's like all I ever wanted was to see you smiling.
Is that off the Juno soundtrack?
No, it's an electronic music song.
Like an EDM song?
It was like scene, like in my scene days.
Oh. Never heard of it.
If I showed you, you would know.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Anyways,
that's the end of the chapter. That brings us to the very end of the chapter. Holy shit. Holy shit.
What a chap. What a chap.
And of course, we know Caribou has very valuable information.
Yes.
And I'm scared. Just want to catch up on a couple super chats before we get to the rest of the chat and go through more of the chapter and then make our predictions for what we think is going to be happening next week. Because it ain't no break week.
No.
Where do we leave off? Ty.
It's your kitchen.
Shout out Ty.
Thank
Member
you,
for
Ty.
13 months.
Let's go.
Just a thought, but Luffy could probably touch Vegapunk to temporarily keep his heart going. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Are we... I already made my prediction that Vegapunk's not making it off this island. The Vegapunk is going to die.
At least the Stella.
The Stella. But I've also kind of thought, and I don't know where I've landed on it, but that it could be a possibility that when he dies, they die.
Yeah, we have talked about that.
You know, because he is the main body. But temporarily, I think he could, maybe to give him some information, to tell him something, to give him some technology, or to give Sanji, I don't know, something. But I do think ultimately he's going to die. Shout out Bert. Not gonna lie, when Red King showed up, I immediately confused him for Ryobushi. I butchered that name. LMAO, one of the sons of Neptune. I mean, how could you mistake the chins? How could you mistake that?
You can't.
But I guess I can see that, Berto Burr. I guess I can see that.
And you can't replicate it.
I get it.
I guess you can.
There's a lot of characters. Sometimes you don't see a character for a long time, and you're like, wait, who the fuck? Wait,
fuck
is this? Is this Neptune's son right now?
Neptune's Fury?
And D La Joy Boy.
Good smell. Flavor.
Love D La Joy Boy. Funny that Josh mentions power scalers throwing their list in the trash because yeesh, that top 50 was an entire L. Bro, you know what I'm about to do? D La Joy Boy, who I just said I love very much, and I do. I'm about to type it up. Nay, I'm about to keep the handwritten version of it that I have. I'm going to buy a frame. I'm going to frame it, and I'm going to hang it. I'm going to hang it in a frame. Okay?
I'm going to hang it in a frame.
And it's going to exist here. I still think I do have all of my drafts in this little notebook thing. But I will take the final version, frame it, and hang it on the wall for all to see. And it will forever live there because I'm not ashamed. I'm a little ashamed, but you can't read it on camera. It'll be there, but you
can't read it. It'll just be small text.
It'll be too small to read
for you to see.
People will be like, "What's that?" And then someone will say, "I don't know, maybe a contract or something."
Okay.
Thank you guys again for all your donos. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love and support. We really do appreciate it. So I just want to go through a couple of these memes real quick because I think they're very funny. Just more of the Twitter
shenanigans.
Twitter shenanigans. Yes, Megan.
Yeah.
Yes. So we already looked at the Kizaru one, which I thought was very funny. This one is maybe my favorite. This might be the best thing I've ever seen ever. And the caption, what's the caption? Next chapter. And we have Jinbei here. We have Lucci and we have Zoro. Jinbei breaking up the fight between the two of them.
So
bro,
funny.
This is heat. This is a great Photoshop. And I laughed a little too hard, honestly. When I saw
you
this.
did.
I was like, what the fuck?
You
This
did.
is amazing. We have this. We finally got Sanji versus Kizaru. I used to pray for times like this. Just a little bit of everybody going crazy. We'll get to that one last. Oh, this is that theory. It was from @Rexplorer. If Van Auker's the one who transferred Luffy, they have not only Saturn's face, but also Luffy's, making the prophecy about Luffy destroying Fishman Island come true, thanks to Caribou. I do like it. It could be like what Megan said. It could just be a misinterpretation of the prediction. But this could be a possibility too. So we got to pause this, dude. We got to pause this. There's music that goes with it that is so funny. Just the music makes it funnier. Okay, but we got to pause it. Add animal abuse to the list of Zoro's crimes because he's about to punk that leopard boy Rob Lucci. And the caption is run it back because this is like everybody before. Zoro's going to pull up on Kizaru like this. Fire emoji. Lucci's going to go all out in this zone form. Zoro then proceeds to one-shot him. So Lucci finally learns to not underestimate and mess with the Straw Hats ever again. Zoro might have beat Lucci already, but he got lost on his way to go get help, which is what I was saying, actually, which is kind of crazy. Street saying Zoro one-shot Lucci and fighting Saturn. So it's just a compilation of like all of these tweets from people saying that Zoro was putting in work. That Zoro had already one-shotted him, that he was toast, he was done, he was lost, which is what I was yelling that at the rooftop. Yeah. This might as well be for me right here. Zoro isn't still fighting Lucci. LOL, he just got lost and Jinbei is going to find him. Yeah. Yep. And look where we're at now. Oh, how the tables have turned and the times have changed with just one chapter.
I bookmarked another one too.
Okay, you did?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can pull that up.
Bookmarks. Yep. Nope.
Right here?
Nope. God damn it. No, to more.
Oh, you're right. I didn't see it. The camera was blocking it. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
This is so funny.
Tasukete.
It is funny. And I'm a Zoro stan, dude. I love Zoro.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
It's funny.
And honestly, bro, the OPLA marketing team, they know what the fuck they're doing, bro.
That's not connected at all, bro.
Really?
Yes.
Give me the conspiracy theory music right now.
How is it connected at all? They did something for Valentine's Day.
What's the X-Files sound?
How is that connected at any? That just makes no sense whatsoever.
I'm just saying, what a coincidence. What a coincidence.
A coincidence that they're posting something related to Sanji on Valentine's Day because he's the lover boy of the crew.
The day before the scanlation.
That has nothing to do with it. You're making me mad.
Sorry.
And you don't want to see me when I'm mad.
I don't.
You've seen it though.
But come on, dude.
It hasn't ended well for you.
This is all. No, it never ends well.
Hey, it's Skylar from One Piece, and
this is all Sanji fans right now, dude. This is them.
But there's a difference between Sanji. There's a difference between Sanji fans in the live action.
That's true.
Versus Sanji fans in the freaking manga and anime. There's two different categories because they're kind of different entities.
That's true. But I just imagine reading all these tweets and then, they're just like this. You know what I mean? This is them reading all those tweets.
And it's funny because like the hard eyes.
Exactly.
He does the hard eyes.
Bro, come on.
You know One Piece, right? It's the biggest Japanese manga on the planet.
He knows what he's no. That's connected.
I'm just saying the marketing team got lucky with this one, man. How about that?
I don't even know what it doesn't make any sense, Josh.
Sanji, they're cashing in on the Sanji hype. So everybody is going to be like, #Sanji. And then this is going to come up. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it's synergy. They taught me that in business school that I didn't go to. Batman for real saying, you're a Sanji stan now, Megan. Just admit it.
I'm a Taz Skylar.
You know One Piece, right?
You're a Taz Skylar fan?
Stan.
That's a more?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, baby steps.
I mean, I guess. Because once you put that in your mind, you're like, oh, then it's like Sanji is that, then that's where synergy starts to have play.
And I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just being silly. Okay, I'm just being silly. And we do genuinely love Sanji. He's got his flaws. He does.
Yes.
But we don't hate him. We
No.
don't hate him. Okay, we don't hate him. We love the Straw Hats, and Sanji is a Straw Hat. That sounds
Unfortunately.
No, stop. Stop.
That's what it sounded
That's
like.
a more?
That's what it sounded like you were gonna say.
But yeah, everybody's saying this was cool too. I mean, I've seen a bunch of Kobe and Shaq memes, but this is actually really cool here. This is from at Zuku Docking. Sounds crazy. Jokes aside, thank you. Someone here is being freaking serious.
I thought it just sounded like you said something else.
It did. Jokes aside, I do think it's pretty cool the rooftop roles are reversed between Zoro and Sanji, further emphasizing how these two are, in fact, I added that part, the wings of the Pirate King and are interchangeable.
They are.
And it is cool. It is very, very cool.
It's cool.
I just know that Cole's having a field day right now.
I mean, yeah, and it's okay. It's not. People like to pit them against them each other. It's like it's Jacob and Edward.
Right.
And Luffy is Bella.
Luffy is Bella.
But that's not the same situation. God damn it, Kevin Hart. God damn it.
He's just going crazy,
It's
bro.
fucking crazy. That picture.
Okay, let's see what he's talking about right here. Let's see what freaking agenda.
It's not about the story. It's about agenda.
I learned something new today that I never thought of. Apparently, Zoro versus Kuma wasn't an extremely difficult situation because his bandana wasn't on. He's holding back. But Zoro respected Hyozu as a truly worthy challenge. Hence, bandana on. Cole, man. Cole just can't. Cole just can't let him rest. He can't give him a break. It is funny though because Zoro stands act like if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't be doing the same exact thing.
Oh no, that's what's so funny about both of them.
Yeah.
About both of them in general. It's very, it's a back and forth that we like to see. It can get a little exhausting because you really can't pit them against each other.
Right.
But,
Overall, though, I do have some predictions based on this chapter, some theories, some L theories that I would like to write down because I'm very passionate about it and I believe in myself. And I believe that this is going to be a W, a big fat W. So without further ado and any further delay, let us jump into our famous segment. Heavy is the head that wears the L. I said everything here. Sorry. It's just off to the side now. I have a little area for it. I have a little area for it. It takes up too much space when it's on the table. And at least now I don't gotta get up and get it and look like a fool. Now I just look like a little bit less of a fool, not a fool.
you still look like a full fool.
Not a full fool.
You do look still like a full fool.
And we might have to go through and see if there's anything to stamp as a W or as an L. I do think I at least have one L, for sure, that I can stamp.
Losh for real.
But let us go through.
I'm exploding.
It's the I love it. I'm gonna just isolate that
I'm exploding.
Shout out Gavin. Okay, where did we leave off? And last week we had to use the other page. Oh, I already stamped that as an L. You said that not this chapter, but last chapter, that Cross, and I'm gonna read it like you wrote it. Crossy Gildy is on the way, and you got that wrong. So that was a big fat L. So why don't you go ahead and stamp that? Okay. I wrote Vegapunk will be killed by this attack by Saturn, and that is yet to be determined. I also wrote Dory and Brogy will, with the ancient, will cross paths with the ancient robot and know what and who it is. They will be able to speak with it, and it will contain a consciousness. Bro, I forgot I wrote that down. That's dope. Bonnie will join the Straw Hats on their journey to Elbaf. I still think that's true. Bonnie's not going farther than Elbaf with them. She's going to Elbaf, and then that's it. I don't think she's gonna, become a Straw Hat. It would be cool. I want it to happen. So this is the one, and we can all decide if we think this is a W or an L. Bonnie will or has flipped Kuma's memory switch, not that one. Nico will squash Saturn. Didn't happen yet, but still could. Okay. Kuma will pass away and see Gear 5. What? What? Get your mic. You're just doing freaking... No, keep doing the silent film right now. Uh-huh. Like someone's going to punch somebody. Nico will squash Saturn like a bug.
He did.
He punched him in the face, Megan.
He squashed him, aka punched him like a bug into the wall.
So let me ask you this. You see a cockroach scurrying across the floor. Do you get down
the shit out
on
of
all
it.
fours?
I sucker punch that motherfucker.
Ball up your fist.
I sucker punch that motherfucker. Say I think it's more respectable to punch a bug than it is to squash it with your foot.
Really?
Yeah. Not saying that Saturn deserves respect.
Okay.
But he was just a really big bug.
And you say booming Dawn Gatling.
Gatling translates, I think TCB got it wrong. That translates to I'm squashing you like a bug. It's not a new move.
Okay. But I'm asking, do you say booming Dawn Gatling when you hit a bug?
No, what I'm saying is that's not even the right translation.
Right.
It's meant to say
right.
Squashing you like a bug. Like
Okay,
that's his new that's his new ability.
No.
So I think that I got it. I think that I'm right.
my God.
I think that's a win.
No, it's not. And I think that everybody would agree with me, right?
Does it say squash? Okay, let's look up the definition of squash.
Let's look it up. I think that's
he squashed him into the wall, right?
Squash definition. Because you're trying to get away or a dub on some technicality.
Crush or squeeze.
Wait, let's put it up so everybody can see. Okay.
I can't read it. Crush or squeeze something with force so that it becomes flat, soft, or out of shape.
All right. Well, he didn't.
The state of being squeezed or forced into a smaller, restricted space. That's he got thrown to a wall.
No, it's no.
And if you look at the panel, a similar crush, squeeze, flatten, compress, press, smash, distort.
I'm not giving it to you.
I didn't say squash with his foot, did I?
Are you
at least on the Book of L's? I didn't.
Are you really like this is the horse you're dying on right now? This is the horse you're dying on right now.
He squashed his face in.
But
like
what about this is bug like? What about it makes it like a bug?
Because he's a bug.
I don't actually use logic when I do these things.
He's a bug. He is a bug in himself. And he was talking about cockroaches in the panel before. So it automatically, I'm transported to like, oh, bug. Like in my mind, bug. Like I'm thinking bug already, and it's setting it up for like, oh, squash like a bug.
All right, well, we're going to come back to that one.
Cryfly said, how shame, Megan, you're better than this. I'm really joking. But it technically doesn't say with a foot. But I guess Josh really needs these wins. So I'll let him rack them up. I guess.
Fed Luffy the meat. We still don't know. Kuma, Saturn, and Vegapunk will all die at the end of this arc. Okay, so this is it. Kuma will pass away.
Hi, Kev.
What up, Kev? Kev's here.
Hi, Kev.
And see Gear 5 Luffy with Bonnie. That did happen, but Kuma hasn't passed away.
You could say that his soul is passing through like peace.
If
like
Kuma
passing
does
away
die,
through peace.
If Kuma does die, then I'll give you this one. I'll give you that one. Okay. Shake on it. My hands are a little sweaty.
Disgusting. Jesus.
So where's my Katarina one? Because that is definitely an L. I think I might have already stamped it. I've already assumed. I can't find it right now. Okay, nothing to stamp for now. I'll stamp it after because I don't want to waste time going through the whole damn book, reliving every L I've ever made. New page, freshie. My prediction this time. Oh boy.
Oh, don't drop the cap this time.
Blackbeard is the son of Zebek. That is my prediction. That is the lineage that they were speaking of.
Okay.
I just can't fathom what else it would be. Do you have one, Megan? You said that Caribou is not really on Team BB.
I would say he's like, I think he's just saying whatever he needs to say to get out of the Straw Hat's clutches, I guess, and to escape Egghead in one piece. But I don't think that he's totally against Blackbeard. Like, I don't think he's just saying like, oh yeah, I like Blackbeard, but and then he's gonna turn around and be like, I hate Blackbeard. Like, no, I don't think that's it. But
what about okay, go ahead.
Do you think that I think someone else said in the chat and I wanted to talk about it then, but I didn't get to talk about it then. Do you think that Saturn is going to make it off of Egghead? And if he does make it off of Egghead, they're probably going to be down one Gorosei member. And will they replenish that member, or will it just be?
No, it'll be. I kind of and again,
because he's like failing a mission,
right?
You know,
so he could make it off of Egghead, and the Gorosei could, or Eam, right, could kill him for failing. I don't think they would ever replace a Gorosei. In my opinion, because they all, I don't know, they all seem to have been in this position of power for a long time. They're all, elderly men. They all seem to be, well, I would assume if Saturn is immortal, then they're all like immortal to some extent. Maybe Eam is somehow like granting them that, whether it's through the op fruit, previous users of it or not, I don't know. But I kind of saw it as, and I could be way off because this does seem too easy. I kind of saw them kind of just going through the Gorosei, one by one, and they all get taken out. That would never end if they keep being replaced by other people. I think that we're also going to get backstories for other big characters like we got for Kuma through each Gorosei. Saturn seemed to have a pretty big connection to Kuma and was kind of woven throughout his life.
I mean, yeah.
I imagine maybe one of the other Gorosei has like some crazy connection to Dragon. Maybe there's a specific Gorosei that Dragon has it out for, and we'll find out more about that. And
I mean, I think that is Saturn.
But there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of them. I mean, I don't know, because the Figarland thing, and it'll all kind of, maybe it's the one with the sword. Because of that'll be maybe Shanks's connection. I don't know. I think we're gonna get more backstory revealed through them, and they'll all be taken out. And now we know that obviously Blackbeard and Katarina can impersonate one, so there's another one getting taken out because they're not gonna fall for that trick twice. I'm gonna see what everybody else is saying while we think more about it. Escape in One Piece. LOL, said Bend Over. Winston Kev said, I would love that. What did Winston say? The Giants will call Usopp God Usopp. That would be sick. Cordy, I just want the world for Bonnie and Kuma, man. If anything, give us that. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think Kuma, I don't know if he's even going to make it, honestly. This is the final saga. But I think that if he were to go, like, he would have done everything he wanted to do. He would have, like, served his purpose in a way by protecting Bonnie. But, man, him just not catching a break his whole life. I mean, Bonnie was his break. Bonnie was his world, and is. But, yeah, man.
I put Vegapunk Stella will be healed by Chopper.
Whoa! You got your Chopper sound? Let's go.
I don't know why.
Okay.
But I just hope it happens.
Okay. Now we're fucking cooking. If BB is Rock's son, that'd be a great parallel to Ace by taking his maiden name. I'm telling you, Kev, I think they're stocking that because I just don't know who else they could be referring to this late in the game. Like, that is the only other... I mean, there are still characters shrouded in mystery. I think that there still could be a potential warlord that we never met that Ace took out that is the man marked by flame.
I have another one.
Go off.
Shanks will not be on Elbath once Straw Hats arrive.
I think that's pretty good. That's a good one. And Velicor, hopefully I'm saying that right, says that would mean that Whitebeard had the son of Roger and Rox on his crew. And that's kind of crazy. That would be insane. That would be insane. But if that is the case, then that is true. D-La Joy Boy. Let's make sure we're caught up before we get to that one. And yeah, we are caught up. Shout out D-La Joy Boy. Gorosei Garling instead of Gorosei Garcia.
Ooh, yep.
I don't
Shanks is like, finally, I've been waiting for this moment. I'm just kidding.
They give it to Shanks. They don't even give it to Garland Garling. They give it to Shanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe they would fill the spot. I want to get back to the original question. Do you think, because I already wrote down previously that I don't think Saturn is leaving the island. I don't think that Vegapunk is leaving the island. And I said I don't think Kuma's leaving the island. I think they're all dying there. Do you think that Saturn dies there? He makes it off and gets killed by Eam or the other Gorosei or whatever? Or he survives and is just like imprisoned or something crazy? I don't know. Like, what do you think his fate is?
Thought I had a sneeze. I think I do. I think that, sorry, it's like that weird feeling. I think that even if he were to like survive or have the opportunity to, I think that he knows that he would be killed either way. So I think that he's going down with Egghead.
Right. That's a good point too. I mean, I'm sure he knows.
And yeah, I don't think he anticipated this being as much of a nuisance as it's been.
I mean, he clearly didn't to call everybody bugs. I mean, but I've never been punched in the face by a fucking bug before.
He's calling it bugs even though he's beat the fuck up.
I've never been freaking booming dong gatling by a fucking cockroach before.
Really?
Never. I did encounter a flying cockroach one time that did fly into my face. Now that could have been Luffy reincarnated. Leo said, let him die. Let Vegapunk die.
Well, yeah, it's either someone helps him because he said, like, I can't move. It's like a situation where it's like, you can't pull out the arrow or I'll bleed out. Right. You know? Gotta leave it in. Because they can't move him. So I'm not sure what they're going to do. But, he'll live on maybe through the satellites, but I don't think the satellites will make it off either. York still up in the air. She might, but I don't think everyone else. I don't think everyone else.
I just think it'd be a good way to, in my opinion, right? And there's a reason that Oda writes One Piece and not me. But I think it'd be a really nice way to tie up the bow of like Egghead and all these satellites. If when Vegapunk takes his last breath, that all the satellites just gotta die. It could be a cop out, but it would make it so that it would just make things a little, for a story purpose, like in its final saga, it would make things a little easier, I guess.
Yeah.
If they didn't have to worry about all these other Vegapunks.
Yeah, I think so. Or it'd only have to be one.
Or they all go down with Egghead.
I mean, that's what I think. But then all of that's just gone. Like, there has to be, like, obviously, Vegapunk loves to put little fucking not stipulations, but little,
like these backdoor protocols or whatever.
So I think that if it does happen, like, there's gonna be something that he's gonna leave for them, and I think it might be that fucking robot.
Yeah, I think
that robot is waking up.
And see, that's the thing too. The longer, this is what we were talking about during the last chapter, the longer that Luffy is in his Gear 5 state, the longer this robot has to wake up, right? Because it woke up and then he overexerted himself, and then the robot died again. So then he comes back, then he's able to achieve Gear 5 again because he eats. The robot comes back on. So the longer he's in this form, the more energy it gives this ancient robot. They're connected, right? So it could be a situation where this robot helps them on Egghead, or they do take this robot back with them to Elbaf, because it does look giant-like.
Yes.
In a sense, I guess. Like,
yes, for sure.
It just feels like, and I look back at other arcs, and of course, when you look at Wano or Dressrosa, you look at all these arcs that things started to feel like they were coming to an end in terms of like the arc, but then how much longer all these fights and everything were. So as I was reading this, I was like, oh damn, like Egghead feels like it's about to really end, because Usopp even said, they're not here for war. The Giants are not here for war.
Yeah, we gotta everyone's saying that. We gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, it's not,
let's wrap it up.
We're not doing that thing where we all break off and fight somebody. We're getting all of our shit together and we're leaving. So that's what made it feel like to me that, oh shit, in a couple chapters, this might be it. But who knows, it could still be a situation where something else keeps them there and prolongs that fight, doesn't make their escape that easy. And then it's 20 more chapters of them, kind of dealing with all that. But I don't know. Wonder what York is up to. See, again, York, my theory about York was that she was going to join the Blackbeard Pirates or try to escape with them. They were going to take her. But there was no mention of her. She was nowhere in sight when we saw the two of them, Van Auger and Katarina. So I don't know. I remember Mr. Michaels with the Gorosei are the strongest of the strong. The only one, Kuma landed a pretty fucking not fatal, but like pretty crazy blow on Saturn. But of course, compared to Gear 5, Gear 5, Luffy is the only person who I think could do that. Like send him flying like that. But yeah, and yes, Tess, fail safes was the right word.
Fail safes, contingencies. Yes. Thank you. Couldn't think of it.
The giant robot smashes Saturn like a bug. Leo says 5 chapters max till the end.
Oh my gosh.
I would agree, because of that line. They're not here to fight. They're here to get us. Caribou could have taken York along with others. That's true. I mean, again, we just because we didn't see it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen, right?
Yes.
It could be a situation where we see it in a cover page, like with Pudding, where the whole battle sort of like resolves, and then we're on Elbaf, and one of the cover pages is York.
Yeah.
In a cage with Pudding. That would be so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mr. Fan says that he agrees with 5 chapters max. I don't know. I guess like I said, I could see that. I just don't. I don't want it to end. I don't want Egghead to end. It's just so fucking heat.
It really is heat.
But I think that's, at least for this segment of our predictions, Megan's got 2. I got 1. I'm sticking to my guns on this one. Blackbeard is the son of Zebek. Someone else said it could be that, or the way they worded it was, don't you think he could be a Buccaneer? Or why couldn't he be a Buccaneer? And he could. But I think, I mean, maybe it would be it would feel a little too on the nose to me to give like this whole like explanation and reveal, because they haven't explained everything about Buccaneers, right? I don't know. I guess because they just explained it and revealed it, it would just feel too obvious. And every time something feels like too obvious or too right there, I go with my gut that it's probably not the case. It's probably something else. But again, Book of Elves, King of Elves. So that was mine, and then your 2 are Vegapunk Stella will be healed by Chopper, and Shanks will not be on Elbaf when the Straw Hats arrive. I think those are pretty good theories. We'll see if they pan out. I wanted to write down when I thought Egghead would end, but I don't have a good guess.
Yeah, I know. I makes me a little nervous. We got to start on our cosplay.
I know. I didn't even think about that until you said it right now. Oh my god.
But we have to do that anyway because those are a part of our
cost plans.
When is the next con? I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me look up.
Guys, this is from D. Guys, you should pull out all of your Zoro stocks and invest in Sanji's. Look, I mean, that's the thing about, investments. That's the thing about the stock market. Sometimes you got to take a risk. And I know that Sanji stocks will never go down. But I'm keeping my stocks invested right where they are. Right? I'm gonna buy all of my stocks in the Straw Hats. Grant said there was one that y'all could have come to. Shake my head. I think that's the one that he went to. I mean, I asked Megan if she was down to go to Alabama, and she said no.
There's Fanime.
Where's that?
It's in Northern California. Because we were talking about traveling.
I mean,
we've been talking about traveling to go to conventions. And this one's in May.
I'm down to go.
Let's see.
I'm down to go. We got a super chat and dono from
Anime Las Vegas is in March.
Oh, fuck.
I think we said we were going to go to that.
Shitty.
From Birdo Bert.
It's your kitchen.
Let's go.
Shout out Birdo Bert. Love your guys' content.
Thank you.
Discovered y'all since Demon Slayer Entertainment arc. Holy shit, that's really cool. Last theory. The Egghead incident is Vegapunk's research Gorosei and Void sent out worldwide before the Buster Call completes. Birdo Bert, great fucking minds. Think alike. I remember saying something similar to that. I do think that could happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like maybe one of Vegapunk's, because we're talking about the fail safes, the contingencies. He already had it built in that Bonnie would have the highest authority for all of the pacifistas.
Yes.
He could have it like, if I die, when my heart stops beating and all of the satellites drop dead, send out a message to the world. You know what I mean? Really throw it into chaos.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Hot Fart said that's near me. Is that
in San Jose?
Is that Vegas?
No, that is not Vegas. That's Northern California. It's about 5 hours from here. It's about 5 hours from here, or about actually 6 hours, give or take. But I have a couple of friends that go to Fanime. And then there's Anime Las Vegas, which is obviously in Nevada. But yeah, that'd be cool. because I don't know, we talked about it, and it would be cool to go travel to some further conventions this year. Definitely Anime Las Vegas, because we do already have a relationship with them.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Ty said,
Sanji just said Vegas.
Sanji gets 1 W and stands are foaming at the mouth. Chill out.
A beautiful ice that comes to Nevada.
I'm down.
Sin City. Volume 1, Sin City.
Yeah, and I want to go see
We'll be
Kevin
at the casinos.
NYC, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go to NYC.
We'll be at the casinos. We'll put it on black. It's red. Fuck! God damn it. That's going to be us.
Oh, D said my stocks are in Blackbeard. Oh, shit.
That's smart.
Megan's like on Team Blackbeard this whole today. All day today.
I am just saying, this man is fucking on one, and his team, we're watching the anime, obviously, and it's just like, he is fucking just on another level, and his crew is on another level. Like, if the Straw Hats were going to go up against Blackbeard Pirates, they would lose. They would lose.
You said if the Straw Hats went up right now against the Blackbeard Pirates, they would lose?
I'm exploding.
I don't think that's too crazy to say. I don't.
Right now.
Yes.
They would lose.
Yes. One-on-one, like, yes. I even think Blackbeard versus Luffy be nothing like fucking Kaido. You kidding me?
I mean, I think that right now,
because
for me,
you're taught. Yeah.
Right now, for me, it's just about balance, right? I think that there are members on the Straw Hat crew, like we've said, Usopp will hopefully have another training arc or another moment in Elbaf. There are members who I think could stand to, just a little bit, because you have like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji at the fucking top, right?
Yes.
But that's crazy.
How is that? I think that's super accurate, and it's scary. And it's scary because they need to do something. They need to level up.
I mean,
and it's like Robin's super strong too.
Robin too, yeah.
People will sleep on Robin because she's got other priorities not to fight right now. But yeah, it would be.
I mean, I see Bend over, or was it Ben? Yeah, Van Auger solos the Straw Hats. Ben, I never.
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
Perfect timing. This is from Strangehead. Did you see the Netflix Taz Sanji promo? I don't know. You tell us. Did we? I was trying to say that Netflix, they're in their marketing bag, but of course the timelines don't add up. But still, they got lucky.
Yeah, Sung Jin Woo said, and they got Aokiji.
That's true too.
Bro,
true too. I forgot. I did kind of forget about that. If it was
Straw Hats at Wiener.
At Wiener
Island.
At Wiener.
It says Wiener.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it Wiener?
What do you see? Where are you seeing?
It says
where do you see Wiener? If it was Straw Hats at Wiener Island, do you think they would lose? Well, if it was Wiener Island,
it's what is it on SpongeBob?
I don't remember.
Oh shoot! What's the?
What's
Wiener? You guys, Winner. Wiener. I was like, are we missing something?
Yeah. I was like, Wiener Island. Damn.
I'm sorry.
That's my territory.
It's on the brain.
Weenie Hut Jr.
Weenie Hut Jr. Hut. Oh.
But yeah, I think that, right now as it stands, it isn't crazy to say that they would, I mean, definitely, okay, they would definitely be in some fucking major trouble.
The Straw Hats?
Yes.
They would get annihilated.
But I don't. Okay,
they would
they would probably
annihilated.
Right now, they would probably lose. But annihilated, annihilated.
They would. I think it would be pretty crazy. That's how I feel. That's why I don't know, man. I don't know.
Spicy kimchi.
That's more.
What can I say? He's an
Spicy
awesome guy.
kimchi.
Gifted one Volume 1 podcast membership to D. Let's go.
Let's go.
And BB's team is always cheating. That's a good point, too. If we're talking about wieners,
General.
this is from Ty. If we're talking about wieners, Blackbeard's probably packing.
You think so?
Can I be honest?
You don't think so?
I think Blackbeard is fucking packing.
Hog.
Like, bro, if I'm like when I close my eyes,
stop.
No,
You're gonna put that in my head too.
Like, I can't. Like, I can't not see it. Like, I can't. I can't not see it. It's fucking wild. It's a sea beast. It's a sea beast. They say, "Oh shit, is that a freaking sea king, a Neptunian?" And Blackbeard goes, "Zip, ha 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 ha." I forgot to zip up. I can't. I can't not see it. And I'm sorry.
We need, like Josh did, like the power scaling, like top 50. We need to do top 50, like smallest to biggest.
we don't.
I think the community needs that because
got weenies on the brain right now.
We're talking about it, aren't we?
We are.
And I think that it would really, we need to do it because who better to really?
Okay, who more
better
qualified?
and who
more
it
qualified?
It needs to
Top
be top 50 characters.
Top 50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like top 3 off the dome.
Off the dome. Let's hear it.
Whitebeard.
Okay. Look, be number 1. Not meat scaling.
Whitebeard. Maybe Blackbeard. I mean, now that you keep saying it, I could see it. So, Whitebeard, Blackbeard.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
I mean,
one more. Top 3.
Kuma?
No.
Because Kuma, can I be honest? Kuma's got a small waist. Kuma's got a small waist. And I think maybe it would be like crazy, but I mean, in proportion to his body, it would just maybe. Kev said San Juan Wolf is up there too.
Oh, who else?
San Juan Wolf. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. Bigger than Drake.
Luffy.
Oars.
I'm thinking of someone.
Gecko more, yeah.
No. No. Because, like, I don't even, no. You would think Kaido would be pretty high on that list, but he's not.
I mean, he's up there, though. Okay, we're going to have different lists then. We're going to have different lists.
Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned.
We're gonna. She's teasing you with that third one, that mystery third.
Yeah, that would be actually hilarious if we literally got a bunch of creators and really sat down and not argued about who's packing. Like argued, like no, like Zoro's definitely bigger than Sanji, and they're like, yeah, fucking right, Sanji. And then we could even like,
and then you have Randy like, no, they are the same. Like, you can't rank one higher. Like, literally, if they both pulled it out, then it would be the exact same.
But are we getting into like, like there's a lot of variations, right?
Right.
We're only talking about like size, and that's it.
Okay. Not that it matters.
Not that it matters at all, but it's just
right.
It just needs to be, because we have power scaling, we have all that. Like, it needs to be talked about.
And we're gonna steal a term from the chat, and we're gonna meat scale.
Meat scale.
Yeah.
The top 50 meat scaling of One Piece.
I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
Ivankov be packing.
Oh, that's a good one.
I saw someone else say
that's a good one.
Where was it? Garp.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know One Piece, right? It's the biggest Japanese manga on the planet.
Yeah.
Too big, too long.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It would be Garp up there. Dragon, not so much. I don't.
Really?
I do not think Dragon. Mm-mm. And it's okay, but I think he's pretty low.
Foxy, this is
He's
from
pretty
Ben.
low.
Foxy was on Long Ring, Long Land. He's backing.
I feel like Anel has a skinny one.
That might be the funniest thing anybody's ever said.
But why is it true? But why is it true?
That's so funny. Wiener scaling.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's that's what we need to know because it can't it's not just about like, are we just talking about length?
I mean, no. I mean, it's a factor. That's why we got to break it all down.
Yeah.
We got to figure it all out.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go to the lab. We got to deconstruct it.
Yeah.
And we got to figure it out.
I mean, Im Chatsu?
Mm-hmm.
Roger's meat had a girl pregnant for 20 months.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know if it's crazier to just say Roger's meat or just the comment itself.
It had lingering factors. It had it lingered. And that's what we need to investigate.
We need to investigate.
Is this really happening? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Density.
We'll get...
I mean, yeah, we have to get a list going, and who is even going to be? Yeah, exactly. Just like power scaling, just like the other
Chopper. Jesus Christ.
He's not on the list at all. No.
Yeah, see, thank you, Gabe. Megan stopped Josh talking about porn, even though I wasn't. Okay, I mean, someone brought up Bible Black in the chat, and I threw in my 2 cents. But is happy to talk about a wiener competition. Thank you.
Okay, but this is in regards to One Piece. That wasn't One Piece related. Ace? I feel like
new meaning to ACOC.
I feel like Ace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it straight.
Would YouTube even approve of it?
Yeah.
I mean, we call it, wiener scaling. I mean, we'll just say
just meat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, meat.
Yeah.
You don't.
I mean,
wiener is more suggestive.
You're right. It's just gonna take it just feels kind of harsh. Yeah, it just takes me a second to get used to it.
How about size scaling?
No, I like meat. Scaling. It's just gonna take
the
me
size and girth of One Piece.
Maybe
top 50.
Okay. I don't know if we could put girth in the title. You only do when people say girth, they only mean one thing. It's not like he's girth. You don't see like a person you want to comment, on. You're only commenting on one thing. I guess is what I'm saying. When have you ever heard someone?
Where are you gonna take that?
Like if I packed on a couple pounds, someone's not gonna say, "Oh, Josh is looking girthy today." Miss Sayana, top 50 better happen, all right? I'm unsubscribing.
I mean, it would be very fun. That's something I can really put
sink your teeth into. No pun intended.
Agenda in.
Right.
Right. It's like all about agenda piece. Like there's no way you can. I mean, you could.
Hassan just spoke to you right now. Hassan Batla just spoke to you
I'm
right
exploding.
now.
I'm exploding. Oh.
Man, shout out Gavin for that fucking sound, dude. And Carlos for finding it. Hassan said buggies is detachable.
That's true.
That is a great point.
That's very true.
Kev saying, are we going pound for pound? Otherwise, giants are a huge barrier for the list. That's true.
See,
but we got to maybe go in proportion to one's body.
No, but what if, you don't know if it's confirmed?
Right.
Giants could be on the same level as everyone else. That's the one part of their body that's not.
Right.
We don't know.
We don't know. We also, before Hassan, had Luis Segura with a member comment. Shout out. Member for 14 months. Luffy versus BB Leak. Who got Leak of the Pirates? I can't help but not want a meat scale right now.
No, it's on the brain.
Yeah, and it is on the brain. And, I did see a lot of people throwing Luffy around on that list that he would be up there, just for his devil fruit ability alone.
I would say before Gear 5, there was because it's like but it's not that it could get to that point.
Right.
Like it's what you have already.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't use a devil.
Natural.
You can't. Yeah, exactly. It's like just basic.
No cocky, no devil.
Okay, what?
Oh, it's like hockey. Like that.
That was too far. Now you're taking it too far.
She's like, I'm out. I don't want to do it anymore.
No, never mind.
See, because again, shout out Berto Bert. Let's go.
Sunjin, you said WAP stealing. Big Mom. Big Mom's up there.
Oh
Big Mom is
God.
up there. You know Big Mom is up there. Katarina up there too. Okay? You know who this is up there?
Who? Can I just say before you give us your third one, I'm so glad to have you back. We really missed you while you were gone.
I'm trying to think who else is really high up on that
Let me just
list.
shout out Berto Bert.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
Berto Bert says, I mean, Luffy #1, hands down. Oda has already confirmed that Luffy stretches.
He can't. It's not the capability. It's like if Luffy is just waking up,
Right. We're talking no devil.
roll out of bed,
Mhm.
no abilities,
Right.
straight up.
We're
where
just
would
going,
he rank?
natural state. Resting state.
Resting state.
Resting state.
But like not.
What's that? Where's that? There was a funny. I was thinking of adding this to the soundboard too, but you said, and I agree that it is. There's a lot of noise in the background, but it's Inyaki. Inyaki doing like the Blackbeard laugh.
Yeah.
I want to see if that comes up. If I type that and it comes up,
Mm-hmm.
because I
Kokoro got that. Thank you.
Shit.
Thank you, Aiden.
Where did you see it? Where did you see it at?
I think I saw.
Was it on TikTok or was it on like
I
a
think
YouTube
I saw
short?
it on. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
It's Inyaki doing press and he's talking about Blackbeard and then he does like his impression of Blackbeard's laugh and it's so funny, man. It's like Luffy doing an impersonation of Blackbeard.
I have it.
You have it?
I bookmarked it on Twitter.
Bookmarked it? Okay, sick. Thank you. Let me go here. I know where the bookmarks are at now. Aren't you proud of me?
Resting state wild.
Resting state.
Alberta Roa, thank you so much for the dono. Let's go.
So cool.
Yes. Oh, you're just got here. Are we all in agreement that Sanji and Luffy are about to body Kizaru, about to jump that man and take his sneakers? I think so.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's no question. I mean, we already know that Kizaru was fucking running. He was running. He was just trying to tire Gear 5 Luffy out. I mean, he can't take Gear 5 Luffy on his own, dude. Sanji's just there, dude, to be the extra line of defense, the extra line of defense. And he held it down. And I'm not saying that, he doesn't deserve to be there. He deserves to be there. But Kizaru was already running. And I think he was doing that because he knew that if he tried to fight him head on, he wouldn't last very long. So maybe Sanji's not going to let him run around like he did last time. And that's what's going to happen. But this is Inyaki doing Blackbeard's laugh.
Blackbeard so much and he's saying
It's
He's
just
literally
the funniest.
it's like ZJAJAJAJA.
Like he was really trying, dude. Like it's just
at the end.
Shout out Inyaki, dude.
It's too big, too long. Oh my gosh.
That's gonna be the ultimate. It's gonna be that sound for the stream and the sound.
I'm exploding.
I think there was one other thing too. Maybe I lost it. But yeah, dude, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And you also missed it, Alberto. You also missed it. We were in the middle of, or should I say, Megan was in the middle of meat scaling, which is I don't know.
Okay, not just me.
Well, I was.
You
were the one that was giving your list. I'm thinking. I need to think about my list. I need to really think about it. I need to because like there's a lot of factors that I need to take into account, and I don't want to say something and then be committed to that. I don't know if it's a new thing or I don't know if it's a thing that's existed, for a long time, but keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled for a different kind of top 50 stream, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And I was even thinking about,
You're real, like she's deep, like she's in it. She's in
Bro,
it.
I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot more thoughts than regular power scaling. Like,
right.
It's going to take me a long time to make that list. Long time.
It's gonna keep you up at night. Anyway, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. That'll be very fun.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. It's too off topic. Never mind. I'll save it for another time. We desperately need to do a community live because it was Valentine's Day, which hopefully everybody had a good Valentine's Day. Hopefully your Valentine's Day was good.
Love.
But yeah, we didn't do it because it was Valentine's Day and my mom was visiting. So we took that Wednesday off. But there's been so much stuff that has come out that, I am itching to talk about.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, one of those things, and I want to do more research on it before we go too much farther into it here. But I was seeing that like Kaiju number 8 is apparently going to be like not exclusively on X, or Twitter, but that there's some sort of deal
that they cut.
That means that it's going to, I guess, be on other streaming platforms, but also streaming like on X. Like you could just see all the episodes like on Twitter. Like,
does anyone know any? I mean, we'll talk about it on the stream.
Yeah,
we'll do Wednesday because we need to do one.
And not necessarily One Piece related, but or even anime and manga related. But when we were talking about like stretching and all that stuff, it made me think about the Fantastic Four. They released that image and confirmed and officially announced. Oh, cousin. Cousin. They released the official casting for that, and so I have some thoughts. Dude.
Hi, Tony.
Tony's up. Tony is up. Tower scaling, Miss Sayana. That's so good. Whoa!
I'm exploding.
Wait, did you read the rest of it? Is it International Women's Day today?
Whoa! When is it?
No, it's no. Oh, it's on March 8th.
Oh no, but they're saying to do it on that day.
Shit.
Stretch and hydrate, gamers.
That would be so much fun though. For real. I want to do it. I I don't care if it's goofy. I don't care if it's silly. I want to do it.
Okay.
All
right. Sheesh.
Because it needs to be cemented.
It just needs to be on the record.
Yeah.
It needs to exist online.
Yeah.
It needs to exist on the internet.
I think so.
Oh no, that was Kev. Okay, I mean either way, Kev, that's amazing. That's so good. Tower scaling.
So good.
You cooked with that one, Kev. You cooked with that one.
And people are like, "Oh, what the? Oh shit."
Yeah, they're like, "Let me tune in. Let me see what this is all about."
What the heck? That's so funny.
Oh no! Now Kev said it was beans.
Oh, real shit! Y'all should do that stream. Yeah, that would be. There's so many One Piece characters that we can talk about. It'd be absolutely insane.
It would go on for hours.
Yeah, that would
go
be
on
so
for
much
just
fun.
as long as Cole's stream.
Yes.
I think Cole was live that day for like 12 hours or something crazy.
We got to get everyone in on that.
Yeah.
Kev, everyone in on that.
You're in the chat right now. We're looking at you.
Kev.
Well, then Beans coined tower phrasing. Whoever coined it, it's genius. But Kevin Hinosa said, "Did you guys watch the Deadpool Wolverine trailer?" Did see that. I think it looked really good. We will see. Again, there's so much stuff I want to talk about, but again, towards the end of this like chapter stream, I just don't know.
Don't want to pollute it. Don't want to.
Yeah.
And speaking on that, I might have to attend to Tony, so I might have to dip a little earlier.
And Beans said, "Well, rip me. No, Beans, we're giving you credit.
No, we are.
Kev credited you. You got your credit, and it's a genius title, and we might use it.
Kev said
but we will also credit you.
I may be intrigued.
Okay.
We saying Judge is high tier with the 5 kids. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Well, Judge does give me very high endeavor vibes.
I could see it.
And
I could see it. And he did. Can we say this then? No devil fruits, but maybe he like gave himself some modification. You know what I mean? Maybe he used some of that Germa technology.
No, that's the one thing that he's like, I don't have
right.
to.
Yeah. No, he would. You're right. Yeah.
I don't have to modify this.
Right.
I don't have to modify this girl. You know?
My kids might be modified, but this is all me.
Okay, we gotta go. We have to get out of here. Okay.
Yeah, we do. Tony is getting riled up. He's. I don't know if it's the conversation or what, but
he's been good. He was sleeping.
Yeah, he was very good this time.
Oh, Tony's
right,
5
guys.
months.
Oh shit.
Tony's 5 months, and he lost his first baby too.
He did.
So he's growing up
forever.
I'm very sad about it.
Tony will be right with you. We'll be right with you. I promise. I wish you had the hoodie to show. He got a new hoodie. Tony got a new hoodie.
Yeah, he's very cute
really
in the
cool.
hoodie. It's okay, Tony. You'll be done in a second. Okay.
Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you,
We'll keep it
guys.
short. We are back.
We're back.
Full speed ahead. We got a lot of cool stuff coming. Community Live for sure. That's coming up Wednesday. For our Patreon and YouTube members, we're going to be recording our volume 1 of the month soon as well. Boys Abyss.
Yes.
You know, more reactions, more Code Geass. Other videos we got cooking. Our recent announcement to Dunland Saga is going to be coming soon in March. Our new show, interview style show, going to be coming hopefully in March too. A lot of stuff that we're cooking. Thank you for just like having a good time with us. Thank you for just being here, letting us
Humoring
be silly.
us.
Yeah, man. I mean, again, this is why we always say this is the best community on YouTube, because we have fun and we can laugh and we can also just, enjoy talking about this series and multiple series that we all love. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best thing in the world. Terrence Matthews at the very end.
Terrence.
Do you want to just grab him real quick, or you can guess in the bathroom?
No, I just didn't want to get
hair all over.
dog
your
head
Bochi.
on
You got
me.
your Bochi sweater on.
Yeah.
Shout out Terrence at the
Thank
very
you,
end. Let's go.
Terrence.
Usopp needs to really step up to beat Van Augur.
It's true. It's true. Very, very, very true.
I really do think, like I said, in Elbaf, I had my doubts. I had my doubts about how much time he was going to get, because we're in the final saga and we're just going to dedicate like a whole like training arc to just Usopp, or what is everybody else going to be doing? Like, how much time is he really going to get? The stakes are higher. Things are going to be happening. I didn't see how it would really happen or could really happen. But something about that panel really gave me hope and made me feel like maybe we just might get it. Maybe he will have a moment. Maybe he will step up so that he can be on Van Augur level.
Yeah.
But Bean said he could cook him right now as is. As is.
Lot of different opinions.
Kev said, if you want someone to help you through your suffering, let me know. Oh, boys of this. Kev,
Everyone's warning us. I'm like, is it going to be as bad as a Poon Poon?
I don't know.
Is it gonna be as bad as a Fire Punch? Because those are pretty rough.
Yeah. I don't know, but Kev, we do got to get back to you about the Dan too. Again, it's just two of us, and I'm just sort of speaking to everybody. It's just two of us, so sometimes it can be a little hard to get to everything. I know we've said we were gonna, do that. We've been saying we're gonna do that for a while, but with everything Megan was dealing with, and then my mom coming to visit. It's just been a lot lately, but we're back, like I said, to it, full steam ahead. So, Kev, expect us to be reaching out to you soon to set that up, because we got to get back to Dan and all these other things that we got cooking, and then that tower scaling event extravaganza. Ty, putting all my stocks into y'all loving Vinland Saga. Hopefully, I don't go fucking broke. It's an amazing story. You will take someone from it or something from it. I promise. I can't wait, dude. I've really been wanting to read it for so long, and I'm so glad we're finally doing it. Yeah. Tony was going crazy, so we had to bring him in just for the outro. But yeah, that is it. I think we're all caught up on everything. Like I said, thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are really the fucking best. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that is always the same and never changes, which today, Tony, is... Ew. Ew. What should it be? It's got to be something about tower scaling, meat scaling, something like that. It has to include that.
Sanji.
Or Sanji, yeah. It could, yeah.
Sanji slays.
Sanji slays? Megan, I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth. It looks like he's crying. Tony, what do you look like you're crying?
He missed his mom.
What do you look like you're crying? It could be something about Sanji.
What's your tower size?
Tower scaling. What's your tower size? I feel like Sanji deserves to be part of the outro.
I think Sanji slays.
We could say off to Wiener Island. That's what's kind of started it all. Actually, I'm sorry, Sanji. We will give you your credit, and we will say.
Did you guys hear that?
What was the exact line? Love is what?
Sanji's meat slays.
What was the exact line? Love is stronger than lasers or something like that.
Go down. Light doesn't hold a candle to love.
Light doesn't hold a candle to love. But I think we have to go with we'll see you on Wiener Island.
Okay. I like that one.
Off to Wiener Island.
I like that one.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We will be back soon. And until next time, off to Wiener Island! We gotta get that top 50 going. Tony, cover your ears. I don't want you to be a part of this conversation. It's inappropriate for puppies. But I think my top 3, Blackbeard would definitely be in top 3 for sure. But I don't know.